Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So recently MJ Bricks had a phenomenal question and he was wondering if we've given any thought as to the scale or size of our Lego city that we are planning to build. And the answer is yes. We have already put in significant time and legwork into designing the layout for our Lego city. First off, it's going to be right where I am currently standing. We have almost 2,000 square feet here on the first floor of the studio, so we got lots of room to work with. It's going to consist of over 400 base plates, which is so exciting because we're gonna have a downtown area, a medieval area. I wanna build a little jungle section, an Arctic area. There's gonna be so many opportunities to build some really cool landscapes and of course, build all the modulars and all the buildings that we currently have in our collection. But the thing that Joanna and I are most proud of already, and the city isn't even a thing yet, is with our table layout, you can access the Lego city from every point. So there's not gonna be anywhere in the Lego city that you can't reach depending on where you're standing. And we feel that's very important with the city that we are trying to build. Now that brings us to our most asked question here at Slapshotbricks on the channel. And that of course is, when will the Lego city begin? So, couple things. Some of you guys may know this, but we are expecting a baby girl next month. So with the addition of a child, it's our first baby, that is going to drastically change our lives and of course impact how we've been able to run the channel throughout all of 2025. We have a lot of plans to continue making content, but the thing that's actually holding us back is finances. And that's completely okay because we've been upgrading this garage studio little by little, and it's been very manageable that way. In fact, you guys can see right above me, we recently installed a mini split system. So we have heat here in the garage, which is huge because Pennsylvania winters are no joke and it's gonna get very cold in here very quickly. So I am very proud to share with you all that we will continue to have videos throughout the winter time. Now, the tables, when it comes to building a Lego city, so the materials and the tables, we think that we are gonna have enough money saved up for all of that come the springtime of 2026, which I know sounds like it's very far away, but it's really not. 2025 is almost over, believe it or not, and then the springtime will be here very soon. So we think we'll be able to build the tables in March or April, and then hopefully start the city in May or June of next year. We got plenty of things to build and lots of content to drop in the meantime. Speaking of which, today we are going to continue the unboxing series with episode 16, where we continue to unbox our collection that's been in storage for many years. How we run this series is you guys get to choose the box numbers. Some people have also been asking if I can put all of the remaining box numbers on the screen, which I will do right now. So if you guys would like to choose a box for me to open in the next episode, drop a comment down below with the number of your choice. And you never know, I may just pick your comment. But I've got 5 great comments picked out for today's video, so let's go open some Lego boxes. So our first comment for today's video comes from Little Lego. They said, "Hi there, I'm your newest subscriber and I'm 59 years old, so I'm thinking if you can do 66 since I was born in February of 1966. I'm also a U.S. Air Force veteran, 1987 to 1995, so thank you for your service. Also, I can't believe you have set 8285. It's the closest to one that was my very first modern day Lego set I had back in the 1990s. Then it got stolen. Ugh, I saved up to pay $125 for it back then from Kmart. Thanks." Oh, well, I am so sorry that Lego set got stolen from you. That is just awful, but thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for subscribing. We recently hit our goal of 5,000 subscribers here on the channel. This upcoming Sunday, we're gonna be celebrating that milestone, and I have some good news but bad news for you, Little Lego. So box 66 was already selected. However, since you're 59 years old, I noticed we have box 59 available, so I hope that this one will suffice in its place. I'm so bummed that you got that one set stolen from you. That is really awful, and I hope there was a lot of bad karma that came to that person who did that to you. But, sometimes in life, people are a little desperate. All you can do is just try to be the best person that you can and be good to others, and I fully believe that good karma always comes back around. Unfortunately though, bad karma tends to do the same. So we got a lot of little sets in this box, which is completely okay. We have some railroad track, which is going to be very important when we start constructing our city and have all the trains running around. Ooh, here's a little Commander Cody Brickheads, which I believe he is retiring here at the end of 2025. Oh, next up we have the Black Widow and Captain America dual motorcycle set. This is fun. Pretty cool. I believe that's already retired. Then we have the Jungle Explorer truck from the City line. Very much looking forward to building this. And this is another one that I believe is retiring here at the end of 2025. Next up, we have a set that I had to grab on clearance. Can't pass up 50% on discount here, especially when it comes to Lego City. Even though it's a 4+ set, I figured, you know what? I could probably use it for parts. I love the minifigs. Can't beat $10. Next up, oh, this is my favorite battle pack of all time. The Imperial Death Trooper battle pack. Ah, love this. So cool. From the Rogue One line of sets, love the Death Troopers. I have a huge Death Trooper army that I'm very proud of. Here is the Jungle Explorer ATV with that elusive red panda. This one retired quickly. I believe you can't get this anymore directly from Lego. And then we have two other Star Wars sets in here. So here is, I think this is another copy of the New Republic E-Wing going up against Shin Hati's Starfighter. I love these Star Wars dual packs here. You know, you can build with a friend. You get the 2 starships, which is always great. And then check this out. We actually have a Walmart exclusive set. I mean, it's basically just the box that's exclusive. So this is one of those Star Wars 3-in-1 collector's editions. In this particular bundle, you get Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, the 501st Clone Trooper Specialist Battle Pack, and then Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. And then you can see at the bottom, it's got that only at Walmart exclusive logo. The thing that's really good about these 3-in-1 sets is they're usually like a crazy good deal when you tally up the retail cost of the 3 sets in it. I think this was $50 if I'm not mistaken, and I believe it was like $85 or $90 full retail if you were to buy all 3 of these sets individually. So it was really a no-brainer when it came to buying it. But Little Lego, thank you so much for subscribing, and great choice on the first box of the day. Our next comment is coming from a great friend of the channel. Arthur Quick says, great video, yes, I love the variety of the videos that you put out. Quick question, how many sets do you buy a year to part out? I would like box 102 open, please. So I wanted to highlight this comment for 2 reasons. If you guys have a question that you'd like to ask me, anything at all in regards to our Lego journey, about the studio, about our collection, anything you want to ask, feel free to include it in your comment down below with your box number selection. And this was a great question because I actually had to sit down and think about it. So I would say we buy anywhere from 20 to 30 sets a year purely to part out. And that's just dependent on how good the sales are, because if I see a set on sale, regardless of whatever theme it is, I'll grab it if it has good parts in it, or if it has minifigs that I can use for, now I'm trying to come up with fun stories for a lot of these custom builds and rebrickable models here on the channel. So now I'm looking at all themes. But before having the channel, I would look at pretty much only the themes that I really cared about. So Star Wars, Marvel, DC, City. And if it had cool minifigs that I didn't mind having duplicates or extras of, then I would, of course, keep the minifigs and then part out the rest of the pieces into our now parts collection, which is on display behind me. But great question, Arthur. And the box that you ended up picking here. Box 102, huge. Look at this. Absolutely massive. So we're gonna leave this one right here, and let's cut it open and see what is waiting for us inside this box, because it's pretty heavy. I think there's a lot of sets in here for sure, because it doesn't feel like just 1 or 2 big ones. And I believe I am correct. And Arthur, you're helping me out, man. You are really helping me out, because I'm seeing 2 sets in here that I need for a project. So thank God we finally came across them. But let's start off with a banger here from the Rebels line. Speaking of those Star Wars multi-starship 2-packs here, we got Vader's TIE Advance versus the A-Wing. And this is a big one too, because you get Sabine Wren as well as Grand Moff Tarkin, Vader, and the A-Wing pilot. Like, this is so cool. This is one that I've had in the collection for a while. Looks like the box took a little crunch in transit, but not too bad. The Rebels line of sets might just be the best line of Star Wars sets that LEGO has ever come out with. Oh man, we got another beauty right here. Check out this bad boy. Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator. And this isn't the most recent one. When did this come out? This came out in 2015. And you get Watto and Qui-Gon Jinn, young Anakin and Darth Maul. I mean, so cool. Once again, looks like the box took couple hits in transit, unfortunately, but I think this one is a lot nicer than the most recent Sith Infiltrator. Of course, I had to get the newest Sith Infiltrator because it had that 25th anniversary, who was in that one? But it had the 25th anniversary minifig in there, so LEGO got my money twice. All right, what else do we have in this set? Oh, it's Saw Gerrera. The name was escaping me for a minute. Ooh, look at this old school city set right here. I mean, I love the city line. This is the monster truck transporter. Very basic, 299 pieces, but this is just something that's going to add some fun and variety to the LEGO city. We'll have it, zooming around somewhere. It's going to be a lot of fun to set up. Man, there's some good sets in this box. All right, up next, from LEGO Ideas, we have the A-frame cabin. And I know Joanna's very excited to build this at some point. We are going to have a campground / woods area, and the A-frame cabin will, of course, be featured in that area. That is a beautiful idea set. So good. You guys ready for this? We got a couple big ones in here. Check out from the LEGO Batman movie line. We've got the Batcave break-in. You get so many different cool Batman minifigures in this set. What do you got? You got the Batpack Batsuit, Scuba Batsuit, and Raging Batsuit. Like, it's crazy. Plus the Penguin riding in on a giant rubber ducky mobile. Oh man, this is just so much fun. So my goal is to actually get every single LEGO Batman movie set sealed in box, and I'm only missing like 2 or 3 of the small ones. We're going to do a huge video series on it. We're going to build them all. It's going to be so exciting because these are old sets too. This is from 2017. Yeah, so going on 8 years old now for those. This one from the LEGO Batman movie line was a real tough one to get. Here we have the Ultimate Batmobile. That's what they called it, right? Yep, the Ultimate Batmobile. Oh my gosh, you got the flying monkeys in here. I believe this is the only way you could get Polka Dot Man as well as the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, this is just so fun because you got all the different vehicle breakdowns, so you can build it as one big giant Batmobile, and then you could also have them split off into their own separate Bat modules with Batman, Robin, Alfred Pennyworth, and the Batsuit, as well as Batgirl. So, and there's a light brick in the bat signal. That's a beauty. And the box still looks to be in great shape, which is fantastic. The only reason I want the boxes in somewhat good condition is when I eventually make the videos, if I'm featuring one of the boxes in the thumbnail, I just don't want it to look super smashed or banged up, if that makes sense. All right, next up, from the Indiana Jones line. This one retired last year, I believe, the fighter plane chase. I didn't get all the Indiana Jones sets. I think this is the only one that I was able to get from the newer wave. I didn't want the Temple of Doom, but I wanted the one, like the diorama one. I just, there's only so much money. But the last 2 sets in this box are actually the same. They are Creator 3-in-1 sets, and what is this one called? Main Street. So I have 2 copies of Main Street. So Arthur, thank you so much, because there is a rebrickable model that I really want to build sooner rather than later that uses both of these sets. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to curate a nice fun story and some custom minifigures for that build. But wow, what a box. Arthur, Heck of a selection, and thank you so much for all your support. Next comment up is coming from Sentinel107. They said, "Hi John, congrats to you and Joanna on the new baby. I was just commenting to my wife that I hope you guys have some sort of Mission Impossible alarm for the house and garage. Wife and I have been happily married for 31 years, so if you still have box 31, that would be nice. Thank you for all of the hard work and effort you put into your channels." Well, thank you so much for the kind words, Sentinel. We do actually have a full security system. We have cameras inside and outside the garage studio, so it's very safe. We can monitor it from our phones, so even if we're away from our home, we get the alerts if there's sound or motion or a person or anything. So we're very lucky to already have the security systems in place, but we do have a lot of valuable stuff here in the garage, and we've already mentioned, unfortunately, here in the video, talking about Lego sets getting stolen, and that's why we're very secretive of where we live. Very few people know exactly where the studio is, and that's just, unfortunately, the best way that we have to do it to ensure that nothing goes missing. But I was able to grab box 31 for you, and it's not as big as the previous box, but it's still a pretty decent size, so I'm excited to get into this one. And by the way, congratulations, 31 years of marriage. Like, that is incredible. Joanna and I are going on 4 years of marriage. We got married in 2021. We've been together since 2018, so we still have a ways to go to get to 31, but I love my wife so much. Every day is honestly incredible. Even the bad days, I just love having my wife by my side. So I'm looking forward to every single year ahead that I get to spend with her. So, and that's not like corny or cheesy or anything. Like, I am genuinely very lucky to have the woman in my life that I have. So, all right, let's see what box or what Lego sets await us in this box. Let's start off with a beautiful Technic set here from Fast and Furious. We have Dom's Dodge Charger, and unfortunately this immediately brings up a disappointment for me because the Nissan Skyline set, which I recently picked up, I think is, from what I saw, it's the same scale or maybe a little bit bigger than this, but the other one, the other Fast and Furious set, the Supra that they came out with, it's smaller. It's not the same scale as Dom's Dodge Charger, which is so weird to me. Why not make them all the same scale in Technic form so everybody can collect them all? That really irks me when Lego makes things from the same theme or line or franchise and they're not the same scale. Like, what are we doing? All right, we got a lot of little sets in here, so let me see if we can cruise through these pretty quick. So here is the Captain America Jet Pursuit. This is pretty cool because you get Captain America here in like a little World War II pilot getup, as well as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. Here we have the Green Lantern versus Sinestro, where you get that really cool, what do they call him? The Space Batman. Yeah, that's awesome. As well as Hal Jordan and Sinestro. Here's another like little fun city set, just a little race car. They call it a rally car, excuse me. Then we have a fun little Halloween set. Man, I really wish I had unboxed this prior to November 2nd, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Here is the original 501st Clone Legion Battle Pack. Love those. I have way too many of them. Then we have a little Microfighter set with the Bantha and the T6, right, was the T16, excuse me, the T16 Skyhopper. I would love to see a fully molded Bantha animal. Like, how cool would that be? We've really not gotten much. I think, is this the only Bantha? This might be the only one because we don't even have like a Bantha Brickheads or anything. Up next, we have the lovely Porsche 911. I have several copies of these because there are lots of rebrickable models with this build. I actually have a custom, actually I'm gonna go get it really quick. Here is the rebrickable Dodge Viper that I built using one copy of this set. So even before starting a YouTube channel, I was all over rebrickable, and there's several more Porsche 911 cars I'm going to be using to complement the Viper here. Getting back to this box, we do have a beautiful Star Wars set here that I feel like is very underappreciated. So this is the Inquisitor Transport Scythe from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. This set has all exclusive minifigures. So Obi-Wan, what'd you get? Third sister, fifth brother, and the Grand Inquisitor. All exclusive to this set. So I feel like people didn't realize that or didn't pay as close attention to this set just because, unfortunately, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show was not as strong as other Star Wars projects. All right, we got a couple more smaller sets in here. I am near complete on micro fighters. I think I'm just missing one or two. I think I'm just missing the Vulture droid and maybe one other one. But this is the AT-AT versus Tauntaun. Then we have a sequel micro fighter 2-pack here with the A-Wing going up against the Kylo Ren TIE Silencer. Here we have a little Mandalorian battle pack. Once again, just like the 501st, I have tons of these. Then we have, oh, this one's fun, a little creator coffee cart. That's gonna look really good in our future amusement park. Then we have a 4x4 Octan off-roader. You know, I thought with all the F1 stuff, I thought we were gonna see some more Octan sets here in 2025. And the only one I can think of is the upscaled Octan driver. I thought we were gonna get at least something in the city line. And then the last set that we have here is the camper van. We have a lot of camper vans, so I have to go through and see, do we really need all of them? Probably, but we'll see. So those are all the sets in that box. Once again, huge shout out to you, Sentinel. Congratulations on 31 years of marriage. Really appreciate all of your support for our channel. The next comment that I've selected is coming from 3 Girls and Bricks. They said, I've been collecting Lego since the pandemic started, with my first set being the Stranger Things house. Obsessed with the show, by the way. It's my birthday this Thursday and I'll be 40, and since you've opened quite a few boxes, and I'm not sure what you have left to open, feel free to choose from 40, 23, 10, 19, or 85, even if just one of those are still unopened. Watching your videos has definitely been getting me through a rough time mentally, and I tend to put off continuing to build Lego, but I also try to remind myself that I do actually enjoy it when I sit down with it. Thank you for the great videos, and I am seriously loving all of the unboxings. Well, 3 Girls and Bricks, first off, happy birthday. 40 is a great milestone, so congratulations to you. Also, congratulations on having that original Stranger Things, the Stranger Things house. That set has skyrocketed in value, and we just got the confirmation that there is another larger Stranger Things set coming January 1st, so you have another big Stranger Things set to look forward to. But I do have a little predicament here, so I went through all your numbers. Unfortunately, we did not have any of those available. So I found the closest number possible, and since you mentioned it was your 40th birthday coming up, I managed to grab box 41. So hopefully 41 is an okay replacement. It's a pretty decent sized box. So once again, I'm expecting some pretty cool sets, some pretty decently sized sets to come out of this box. And once again, thank you so much for the support. I'm so happy to hear that Lego is helping you mentally and it's something that you can look forward to and sit down and enjoy. Like, that is such a big part of what Lego is to me. It's helped me get through some really rough times in my life, and it's just so relaxing. I absolutely love it. All right, so in this box, we got some cool stuff. All right, let's keep throwing it back with some old school city sets. How about the Jungle Lab truck, or the Jungle Mobile Lab, coming in from 2017. Oh man, this thing is so cool. I can't wait to get our jungle area off the ground when we do get the city started. Another theme, or another sub-theme within city that I'm hoping they bring back is Volcano. This is the Volcano Supply Helicopter. I just love that neon green color scheme. And once again, just like the Lego Batman movie sets, I'm also trying to get all of the Volcano city sets sealed in box so I can do a big video. We can have some fun. And I was kind of thinking of also maybe trying to create a small volcano somewhere in our city, maybe on the edge or something. Here we have the now retired mobile crane. This isn't too old of a set, and I think I have multiple copies of this one just because I found them on a pretty good discount. Then we have the Porsche 911 RSR and 911 Turbo Speed Champions 2-pack. This is back when they were only 6 wide. Now they're 8 studs wide. This one came out in 2018. I love Speed Champions. All right, next up, we have the McLaren Mercedes Pit Stop. And this, once again, I was kind of disappointed with some of the F1 Speed Champions this year because I thought they were going to give us some F1 Speed Champion sets like this, where it's not just the focus of having the vehicle, but you also have the side builds or a background build or some sort of garage to go along with it. I really love the way they did that with the old school Speed Champions, and they really need to bring that back. All right, next up, we got a fun Batman set here. This is the Batman Batwing and the Riddler Heist. Oh, this is the one where you get Shazam. Very nice. That little Batwing is super cool, as well as the Riddler's helicopter. I mean, come on. That GCPD police car, too. Man, I wouldn't mind having a few of those roaming around the city, especially with the Arkham Asylum modular they just released not too long ago. All right, from the Mandalorian line of sets, we have the Imperial Marauder. This was one that I had to pick up as many copies as I could because I love the artillery stormtrooper that comes with it. That yellow mustard colored trooper with the pauldron. Love that one. It's one of my favorite Star Wars minifigs of all time. Here is the Dagobah Jedi Training Diorama. It's funny, we go from this set, which I love, to this set, which I'll be honest, I've kind of fallen out of love with the dioramas, and I'm either going to be parting the ones that I have out, or I don't know, maybe we'll sell them and pass them on to other collectors, but I picked up a bunch of the dioramas, and I don't have any interest. They just don't get me excited. I don't know why. Joanna likes them, so I'm sure she'll want to keep one or two here or there, but she's not the biggest Star Wars Lego fan. She likes Star Wars, but she doesn't need to have all the sets. Oh, here's another fun old school city set. I love the truck and trailer sets where you get a vehicle on the back. This is the Airshow Jet Transporter, where you get that really cool jet on the back of the trailer. Next up, we have a small Technic set. This is the John Deere 962OR four-wheel drive tractor. And I have the larger John Deere set as well. I really hope they come out with more John Deere sets because I just think they look really good in Lego form. Next up, we have another fun truck and trailer set from the City line. This time it's not an airshow jet, it is a race boat transporter. So this is gonna look good when we, curate some sort of dock area where we can have boats launch and maybe next to the cargo terminal that I want to build. Here from the first Robert Pattinson Batman movie, this is the Batmobile Penguin Chase. Funny enough, we're getting a newer version of this exact Batmobile in March, I believe they just announced not too long ago, which is exciting, but at the same time, I don't know if I need another version of the Robert Pattinson Batmobile, so we'll see. I'm going to probably get the new one, and then maybe I'll compare it to the older one and figure out which one I want to keep long term. Next up, we have the Republic Fighter Tank with those exclusive 187th purple clone troopers. I love the clone troopers. Anything exclusive, Lego gets me, so I have multiple copies of this set as well. And then the final city set we have in here is the Deep Sea Helicopter. And once again, I have a small goal to try to get all of the Deep Sea city sets sealed in box and then do a big fun video series. So once again, I don't want to say your name wrong here, so let me pull it up. 3 Girls and Bricks, thank you so much for the support. Happy birthday, and I'm really glad that you found our channel, so really appreciate the comment. And the final comment for episode 16 of the unboxing series is coming from Jander and Bricks. He says, request for box 101. This represents October 1st, the day that I had so much fun giving away a Death Star and the day that you won a Death Star. Can I tell you, I still can't believe I won a Death Star on October 1st. So I was lucky enough, I won it from Fritz Bricks over on his Whatnot stream. We did a full unboxing. I have it over there in the Star Wars collection, waiting to be built. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to get around to building it because the spot where Joanna and I actually wanna put it is gonna be opposite the wall where we're gonna have our bathroom. It's gonna be on the outside. We wanna make a nice big display for it. So I'm not sure when I'm gonna get around to building it, but very much looking forward to doing so when I can. So as requested, Jander, and here is box 101, which is either a Star Wars UCS set or a giant icon set. So we are gonna find out here in just a few seconds as I carefully open this one. Oh my gosh, is this the Coliseum? Oh man, I opened it from the bottom. Oh, I can't remember This thing is heavy. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's the Titanic! Finally, we found the Titanic. Wow, this is gorgeous. Now, I know a couple people were worried about getting this before it retires, but I believe its retirement was extended, and this is such a cool set. It has a lot of meaning to myself, just because you know, a lot of Coast Guard regulations that are currently in place here in the United States are a result of, unfortunately, the Titanic's tragedy. So it's definitely had a significant role in my life. Obviously, the Titanic movie is what a lot of people know as well, but this is just a beautiful set, and another one that I'd like to say that I'm looking forward to building it, but I know the truth. Joanna's going to be building it, and that's completely okay because she deserves it. She works hard for her Lego sets too. But guys, what did you think of episode 16 of the unboxing series? If you enjoyed, hit that like button. Make sure to drop your comment down below with a box that you'd like to see opened up in the next episode. And once again, if you have any questions for myself or even Joanna, I'll have her pop in here as well. You can include them in your comment as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't stop shooting until you score, and you can watch more of our Lego videos on the end screen now.